We're here.
Yeah, we're here. I'm not gonna use the door. I'm a renegade. 안녕하세요.
So this place is new. It just opened up not too long ago. Are we here because you were craving this, or we're lazy?
No, I just wanted to try it since it's new around here.
Gotcha. Okay.
So look at the new eyelashes. Flutter them for me.
Why are you so close?
So how was your frickin' day?
Great.
Yeah?
It was very chill.
Yeah?
Well, the one thing that called me to go outside was to get my eyelashes done.
Yep.
I wanted to stop by Patagonia. Oh my gosh. Patagonia in Korea is so expensive. Checking out the Patagonia store in Korea has been on my wish list for a really long time.
Yeah.
And I purposely got off the bus and stopped early.
Yeah.
And I walked over.
Very nice.
And oh my gosh, the prices are insane. I was telling Brandon that I was looking into a bikini set just because most of the bikinis that I own right now, they're all like from H&M or like old school Victoria's Secret, and I wanted like one nice set. And I looked at a top and a bottom, and they were $90 each. And then I look online, and it was like $20. So I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, but that scratched an itch for me, so that was good. Cheers. How was your day?
Cool.
Yeah, did you have meetings all day?
Yeah, it was maybe, besides lunch, I think there was like a 30-minute window. 2 30-minute windows when I didn't have lunch. Or didn't have a meeting. So, but I got to work early today, so I got some work done. So it was good.
Yeah, when I woke up, you were already gone, and I woke up pretty early today.
Yeah, I left the house like 7:25.
Wow.
It was good. Really good.
Ooh. Yay. I love this. It's just, or like steamed egg. Jim, what is Jim? Braised?
Steamed is right.
Are you feeding me?
Yeah. Well, that's good.
So we just got home from dinner, and we were gonna actually stay out and get dessert, but for lunch today, I basically ate everything that was in our fridge. I didn't eat all of it, but there were a lot of things that were left over that I didn't want to go to waste. So I was like still pretty full from lunch when we went out to dinner. So we just decided to come home, and honestly, the one thing that I want to do right now is just tidy a little and wash my face. How are you doing?
Good. I mean, I'm happy that it's only like 8:20.
Yeah. My mom actually wanted some face masks. I'm gonna give this to my sister so that she can take it back to New York with her. So actually, we're gonna see my sister next month. We're going to Shanghai with her to visit Gail and Chad. And then we're going to Japan for 4 or 5 days. And then we're going to, and then we're coming back to Korea. So Julie's coming back to Korea with us. And so I think I'll just keep it in the bubble.
What is it?
This is that seaweed peel-off mask, or Tashima peel-off mask. Remember when my mom told me to buy this? Because she knows that I do this a lot. So she's always like straightening this out because she doesn't want me to get wrinkles here. And then this is one she's been using for as long as I can remember. But I remember she told me to buy this and put it on before I go to sleep, so that it'll like force me not to, you know, 찡그려.
What does 찡그려 mean?
찡그려 is like when you do this. How do you say that in English? In the spirit of tidying, I wanted to have a lot of stuff on my desk, clearly. What did I want to do? Oh, I wanted to charge my headphones and my watch. Whoa. Brandon created this nice little charging station for us. And this is where my watch goes. And then this is where I charge my headphones. Are you hot? You okay? All right.
Yeah, I mean, if you're hot, turn off something.
I'll just turn this on low for a little bit. Oh my gosh, so what I wanted to share today is something that I found really annoying. So here's part of our closet. This is where we keep most of our stuff that is in season. So this is Brandon's side. Let me show you real quick. This is Brandon's side, and then we have some out of season clothes up there, and then this is my side of the closet. But yesterday Brandon was telling me that someone came by because apparently like when you turn on the air conditioning, it's been overheating, and so this guy came by and installed a fan so that it doesn't overheat. But here is the partition in our closet. So this thing slides, this thing slides, and then we have a secret door back here. Every time we turn on our AC, we're told to turn this fan on and then open up these vents. So I'm gonna do that. And we have to turn this on every time we turn our AC on. So that's kind of annoying, but I guess better than overheating, right? For some reason, my side, it doesn't stay put. So we actually have to buy this little door stopper to hold it in place, otherwise it slides back and forth. But yeah, guys, when I got back from Malaysia, I Marie Kondoed, well, minus that shelf up there, I Marie Kondoed the crap out of these shelves, and it makes me really happy to see this. And what else? Oh yeah, and then here are like 2 tubes that these are the best, guys. This is from a brand called Human Gear, and these are called Go Tubes, and they're made of silicone. And they're so easy to wash and travel with, and they never leak. So I just wanted to clean them out because I had body lotion and I think face lotion in this one. So I washed it, and it's drying now. And then this is a body wash that we finished up that has to go into my empties box so I can share it with you at some point. I think I needed your help with something, love. Oh, I wanted to put the suitcase away. Can you help me with that? Can you lift up the bed real quick? Thank you. So because of our limited storage, our suitcases, the small ones at least, the carry-ons, they live under the bed when, you know, they're not in use. But they don't just fit underneath, so I always need Brandon to lift up the bed for me. Thank you. Yep, right next to our machetes, because we have 2 machetes under our bed right now. Brandon's taking an online course right now, and it requires him to wake up super early, so he's preparing for that. How long is the conference call tomorrow?
It's from 7 to 10, and then I have to do something by 1, so waking up early is fine. It's just the Sunday project's tough because it's from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Yeah, because he's following Eastern Standard Time, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, when it's the morning for everyone, he has to stay up from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Can you briefly share what this program is?
Oh my gosh, I've had the hardest time explaining this, but it's a course created by Seth Godin. It's called the Alt MBA. It's sort of Seth's rendition of what education should be. It's his answer to what an MBA should be, because really the experience should be about real experience, like doing stuff, collaborating with people and producing things. And yeah, this is the answer to those sort of shortcomings that an MBA offers, and so the program is about a 4-week sprint of shipping a lot of different projects, 13 total, I think.
What made you sign up for this program? Bless you.
So the whole reason for doing this program is to upskill, or is upskill the right word? I forget the word that's used, but I really identify with it, because right now I'm looking to really take my work and my ability to do work to the next level. And the main thing this program challenges you to do is to ship.
What's shipping?
Shipping means getting to the point where you put something together and you put it out into the world.
Like, for example, in terms of a YouTube video, like actually editing it and publishing it, right?
Exactly. So, like, I think everybody stops at, like, oh, I have an idea. You kind of start to dabble in it, but then actually hitting that publish button and putting it out into the world, like, everything leading up to that point, like, getting to that point and then hitting that publish button, that's one of the hardest things to do. And this is like a program that's designed to help you to just get into that habit of putting things out there, of putting deadlines on and saying, okay, well, I've worked on it, I've committed to a deadline, and I'm going to put it out there and try to add value to the world. And so
before we close out this vlog, there was a question that someone asked in our last episode, which was weeks ago. The question was whether Brandon and I have ever taken a break, or if we believe in breaks. So I have my own thoughts on that. What are your thoughts on taking breaks in a relationship? Like, I guess dating, 'cause I don't know if you ever take breaks in marriage. Can't take.
I am almost positive we talked about this, but
no, yeah, I feel like we talked about.
Because I feel like my answer was and is, you know, if there's like a definite end date in. Well, no, that wasn't. No, that was long distance.
Yeah, it was long distance, and the other question was someone asked if whether we'd broken up while we were dating. It wasn't. I don't think we talked about a break.
Well, I think to answer the first question, no, we've never been on a break.
Yeah, we didn't date long enough. No, but even if we dated longer, I don't believe in breaks.
Yeah, I don't believe in breaks either. So we've never been on one, and I don't personally believe in breaks.
Why don't you believe in breaks?
Why don't I believe in breaks? I mean, I guess I don't understand really why one would take a break, because I think the reason that I would be in a relationship at all, like officially, you know, we're dating, for me the whole reason or purpose behind it is, hey, are we going to be lifelong partners? You know, I think after some time, at least for me, it was like after 3, at maximum 6 months, the question was always answered like, oh, I don't see this like being acceptable for the long run, and therefore question answered, the answer is no, moving on, kind of thing. Yeah, I just don't know. I mean, not to say that I'm right, I just don't know what a break, what purpose that would serve in the context of, is this person someone that I could spend the rest of my life with.
I'm sorry, I'm just reminded of the Friends episode when Ross and Rachel were on a break.
Yeah. Well, but so that's the thing. It's like, I'm not saying that it's impossible that these people meet later in life, and then it's like, well, you've reached a different place, and therefore now we see this lifelong partnership as a possibility or as a reality. I think that can happen, and in essence, that becomes like, oh, well, we had a break and we lived life and we came back together somehow and it worked out. I mean, technically that would be kind of a break, because
no,
it was a breakup, and then
I feel like a break is kind of like you guys are still together, but you kind of almost have a free pass to check out of the relationship for a bit. And in that case, I feel like it just opens up doors for very blurred lines. Like, are you allowed to see other people while you're on a break? Are you not? And I feel like people end up more hurt than not after a break. It's one thing if, like, for whatever reason, like, two people aren't in the same life stage and you guys decide to go your separate ways and then meet back up later together. That's what you're thinking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's not a break, though. A break is kind of like, okay, we're not going to talk for a set period and just do our own thing and then, like, resume the relationship. But I feel like there's so many things that could happen And I personally, I don't believe in it.
Yeah. Because I guess the whole premise of a break is like to test whether or not this relationship is real. You know, at the end of the day, if it's for the purpose of getting married and committing to each other for the long run, the key word is commitment, right? Like, am I going to be committed to this person? Because there are times when you and I like, don't feel like being around each other, and like I'm sure that in our lows we're like, what did we get into? I mean, not really, but in the end, the thing that saves us is like remembering why we committed and sticking it through. And like marriage is really the ultimate form of commitment, right? It's like, you know, through sickness and health and being rich and poor and all those other things, will you love this person? Will you do what's best for that other person? It's kind of contradictory, like, hey, let's see if we're going to be committed to each other by not being committed to each other.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of a paradox.
I'm sorry, I'm bringing it back to the Rachel and Ross thing. You know how he was just kind of excusing him hooking up with someone else because he was like, we were on a break, and she's just like, oh my gosh, we took this break to like reevaluate our relationship, and he went ahead and like slept with someone else, right? So there's kind of that justification of, well, it was permissible because we were currently taking a break from our relationship, but still, like, that ruined them.
Yeah, it
they
did.
were never the same after.
Well, they ended up getting together, but
stop it.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but I see why it was such like a storyline that never stopped in the whole series. Is because it's like, hey, you know, in the end, is the break mean like we're not committed to each other, or are we committed to each other? Right. Because like one person was like, yeah, we're committed to each other, but that means like we're not going to do certain things, which is very unclear.
Exactly, the blurred line.
It's so blurred. And then the other person's like, well, if we're not committed to each other, we're not committed to each other, so it's like all this other stuff that I do, it doesn't matter because we were on a break. Right. And so, like, it just, I mean, I happen to take Ross's side in a sense where it's like,
oh.
I do, in a sense that like, if being together means like we're committed to each other, and she's like, let's take a break, meaning like, you know, we're not going to commit to each other for a while and see where this lands.
So you'll go sleep with the Xerox girl? Is that what you're telling me?
If you told me we were on a break, then it's, you know, no holds barred, right?
You'd go sleep with the Xerox girl?
If we had to go on a break and it happened, then I would think that it's fine.
Oh, wow.
But I wouldn't go on a break. I'd either break up with you or that's it.
Fair.
Right? And I don't think it wasn't even his choice to go on a break.
Yeah.
It was Rachel. She's like, let's go on a break, and like it's
so
so blurred.
He was getting really like not trusting her and clingy, and I think she just was like.
That's true. He did call that upon himself.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that.
Okay. Hope that answered your question. We're not gonna fight in this vlog.
What? You disagree with me?
See, that's why I don't believe in breaks, because if we were on a break for whatever reason and you slept with someone, I wouldn't get back together with you. So we'd be done.
I agree. But that's why like this whole break thing is a stupid notion to begin with.
Yeah.
Not stupid.
Okay, so
if you believe in it, don't
this
judge
is
me.
just our
limited
opinion.
Subjective, what I believe.
Referencing friends.
Referencing friends.
Yeah. But yeah, on principle, yeah. So.
But yeah, so if there was a caveat, like, hey, let's spend some time apart. Let's reevaluate. Like, let's not, you know,
sleep with people that work at Xerox places. Okay,
let's not experiment with other relationships. Let's just take some time apart to reflect on how this relationship's going. If, you know, if we think that this is worth pursuing, and if it was clear from the start, then I think I could get behind that. Can I be okay with not having this relationship and kind of taking it from that angle and being very clear about boundaries?
Okay.
Then in that case, yeah, I guess I would say yes.
Okay.
But just leaving it to let's go on a break with no
guidelines.
Yeah, no guidelines.
Agreements.
No agreements.
Okay.
I think that's
fair.
a recipe for disaster. That's so subjective and left up in the air that.
Okay. Yeah, so if it was more clear and it was if this break was taken so you don't just jump into getting married without really thinking out I don't know, the issues that maybe like two people need to work on, and if it's like taking that time apart before making a huge commitment, and if it's very clear,
yeah,
I would say that's okay too. Okay, I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah, it just hit me.
Yeah.
But I think it's actually kind of wise where...
It is wise, for sure.
Yeah, because I think, you know, when you're face to face or you're in the heat of the moment, it's hard to have the big picture view of things.
Yeah.
But it's like any creative or work endeavor, sometimes you need some time to work on the business and not just in the business, right? And that's just basic business common sense. And so regularly or intentionally taking the time apart to say, hey, is this something that I really think is worth pursuing without all the emotional ties and the, you know, just all the other stuff that kind of tends to blind you? I actually think that's wise if you do it correctly. Wow.
Thank you for that question.
I didn't expect to get there.
I didn't either. And you know, I was just reminded when you said that, it's like, not that we took a break, but even the 15 days I was away from you in the Philippines, or the 10 days I was away from you when I was in Malaysia, it gave me like a bird's eye view of our marriage. And if anything, it really helped me appreciate everything about our relationship, about you as a person. Yeah, like you said, it's healthy to kind of not be in the thick of it and just like kind of take that aerial view and just see everything like big picture perspective. And I feel like it helps you see things that you maybe not take for granted, but something that just seems so given on a day-to-day basis. But like when you remove yourself from, but I don't feel like I took you for granted, but if anything, it really solidified all the things that I appreciated about you. Right? Like the time that I spent apart, or like all the beautiful things I saw, or the people that I met. Like for me, it was like, oh, if Brandon was here, like he would really appreciate the crap out of this person, or you know, he would love this food. And just taking a step back and being like, wow, like you not only gave me I don't want to say permission, but not only did you like let me go on this trip. That sounds weird. Not that you let me go, but basically you encouraged me to go. Yeah, you supported me. So I don't want to make it sound like I can't do stuff, you know, like you don't let me do stuff. It's not like that. But yeah, just the fact that, because for me,
sometimes I do though. Not to say that you need the permission, but you don't give yourself the permission.
That's what it is. Because for me, it's like, even when I wanted to go on the trips with my sister, I thought, like, how selfish of me to want to go on this trip while, you know, my husband's working all the time, or, you know, because he works a full-time job, like I want to be able to support him other ways, like, you know, doing laundry or cleaning up or like cooking and all of these things. But it's like to remove myself out of that equation so that I can selfishly enjoy myself traveling with my sister. For me, it's like, yeah, there was definitely guilt there. And when, you know, I brought up the idea about going on the trip, he just thought it was so ridiculous that I would feel guilty about that. And you were like more than happy to send me, and if anything, yeah, just excited for my growth and what I would learn. And I feel like because you gave me that space and you let me embrace that opportunity, I feel like I've grown so much in that short period. So interesting plot twist in this conversation. We're like, breaks, no breaks. But yeah, anyway, food for thought. Let us know your thoughts on taking a break or not.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know. Yeah,
sure. Actually, yeah, we're gonna end it here. Thank you so much for watching, and let us know if you guys have any other topics or questions you'd like us to address in future videos. Good night.